What's that sound? It's For Amusement Only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast. Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge. Today I wanted to talk about putting just any EM with a credit wheel on free play. In past episodes I've talked about putting a bingo on free play, and I've talked about putting add-a-ball wedge heads on free play. But what I haven't talked about are games with credit units. Putting these games on free play is incredibly easy. All you have to do is look out for the switch or switches which are active or change state, rather, when you max out your credit wheel. Your credit wheel is composed of a wheel, a gear that turns when the step-up solenoid is activated and the step-down solenoid are activated. And as it turns, there are two pegs. There's a start peg and then there's a stop peg. Now the stop peg is going to hit a switch stack somewhere, and this is going to prevent that stepper from moving anymore, but also it's going to change the electrical state of the system to prevent any more from going on. Now, all you have to do to put it in free play is observe the switches which change state. And spend a moment and think about it. If you have a normally open switch that closes when you max out your credit meter, then all you have to do is jumper that switch, and suddenly it's in free play, because the game will think that it's constantly at max credit value. That means that there are obviously credits to be played, and if that switch never changes state, then the game will always be in free play mode. Now things get a little trickier if it's a normally closed switch that opens. In order to prevent this from happening, what you have to do is either desolder one side of the switch, that's pretty simple, or what you have to do is manipulate the switch so that it never closes. Once you've done this, the game's in free play. Now it's a little easier to do this than it is to manipulate one of those add-a-ball games, because they don't have a dedicated credit unit. There's nothing that you can jump. So you have to find a way to jump the coin switch itself. Now, let's take Gottlieb games, wedge heads in particular, the replay versions. You jumper one or two switches in the head behind the credit unit, and then your free play button on the front of the game will work forever. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and you've got a reversible free play modification. Alright, well that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com, or you can call me on the Bingos line. That's 724-BINGOS1. 724-246-4671. You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, via RSS, on Facebook, on Twitter at Bingo Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at nbaldridge, or you can listen to us on our website, which is foramusementonly.libsyn.com. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.